Hey everyone, this is Sarita and this is my channel. This is where I have been sharing things about my healing journey with therapy, more modern and not as mainstream forms of trauma therapy, specifically a lot of type of somatic work and mind-body approaches. And so I really only post on here when I have an update to post, and currently the purpose of this channel is really to share my experiences on these therapies and on these treatments that are not as talked about or well known, so that people know that there are other options to go outside of traditional talk therapy modalities. And I have a whole series of lens neurofeedback and EMDR videos I did, and now I'm coming back with something new to share. And basically I stopped therapy for a long time. I just living my life and focusing on other things, and I got to a point again where I felt like I needed the extra support. And so I went to see my therapist to maybe do some more lens neurofeedback, because I don't really know what else to do. But I'm like, lately I've been experiencing more anxiety and low moods, and I feel like I really need a boost. And she said, while it is great to do maintenance appointments for lens neurofeedback, she really felt like, it's not something that I should do for the rest of my life or have to depend on for the rest of my life. And so she was looking at other solutions for me. And last year, when I wasn't in therapy, she had mentioned she was working with a neuroscientist and getting sort of new tech to try out to help in conjunction with the therapy that people are doing, or the people who are a little bit too nervous or scared about doing therapy, doing these other treatments with the tech is more comfortable for them. It's like a way to step into doing therapy, and when they get results, it's like, oh, well, this works, so maybe I will take a chance with therapy. But anyway, so she had gotten this new tech. I remember her telling me about it. She's like, oh, it's something you might be interested in the next time I see you. Well, I didn't see her for months and months, and I actually went to see her today for a lens neurofeedback session, and that's where she was like, they're great to do for maintenance appointments. She's like, so if you come back every 2 or 3 months to do a maintenance appointment, that's great. But she, explained that her goal is for me to not really have to do more series of treatments and things. So she introduced me to a new device, and I had my first session with it. And the cool thing about this new device is it's something that I've been able to rent from her to see how it goes and do it at home on my own time. And it also is then cheaper than going and doing neurofeedback sessions where you pay per session for the tech. This way I could take it home. She sets me up with the protocol I need to use, and then we see how it goes over a few weeks, and then she will adjust my protocol and see how it's working for me. And if it's working really well for me, she said it even might be worth just purchasing my own device and having it at home and using it whenever I want. And so I wanted to tell you about this new device. It's called, it has a name where they probably should have picked a better name. She calls it the David System because she really doesn't like the name. It's called David Delight. I know what that sounds like. It's funny. And it is this, it's cranio-electrical stimulation is what it does. And it's kind of this audio visual device, but it also delivers a little electrical pulse through the little clips that go in the ears, on the ears. And when I'm like have some practice using it, I'll do a video on like how I put it on myself and how it works. But basically, you have headphones plugged into the device. You have the little the cranial electrical stimulation, cord system that gets plugged into a jack too. And to shorten it, they call it CES. So that's what I'll call it, CES. And it's like you hear in the headphones, there's like different sounds, but it was kind of like a heartbeat combined with, I don't know, kind of a swooshy, swirly kind of noise. Very subtle. And then the little CES device that's plugged into the headphone jack delivers this little like really light, it almost feels like a little bit of like as if something were like kind of crawling on your ear, on your ears. And so we did that for half an hour, and I did start to feel my chest starting to open up. I started to feel some sensations in my solar plexus area and a little bit of opening there. Definitely a calming effect. I got home probably almost an hour and a half ago, and I feel definitely calmer, and my mood feels better than it was before I came into to her clinic. And basically I'll have this device for the next 3 weeks to try. I'll be doing it twice a day. There's different protocols in there, so she has put me on the 2 mood protocols, and so I will do one in the morning and I will do one in the evening. And she basically says the more you do it, the better the result. And you just have to, monitor yourself for any kind of weird kind of symptoms that you might experience. If you've done any kind of like neuro training or neurofeedback, that there can be those at the beginning you can kind of feel weird, or maybe your symptoms can feel a little worse before they get better, that kind of stuff. She said to watch for that, and if that happens, to contact her. So so far with the session, I really liked it. It's called the David Delight. There are videos on YouTube about it. Like, the company is called Mind Alive. Their videos are not great. I was just looking for a video on their YouTube channel that explains how it works, like the benefits and all that, and it was really hard to find like just one video that explains everything. But basically it improves your mood. It helps like your brainwave patterns. Like it encourages, depending on the protocol, like I have a more calming protocol, so it'll train more of the calming brain waves, and it also, they've done like 200 studies on this device, or over 200 studies, and it also helps produce neurotransmitters, so it increases like serotonin, for example. So that's really amazing, because I could definitely use a serotonin boost, and like other, like it increases endorphins and all of that kind of stuff. So those kinds of neurotransmitters. So I'm really looking forward to using this along with my lifestyle practices to see how much it boosts my results and how much more I can have calm moods and more stability in those moods. Because lately I've just been, I've had a lot of anxiety and kind of up and down anxiety and not feeling the greatest. So the 2 mood protocols help with things like anxiety and depression or any kind of mood disorder. The other really cool thing about it is effective in treating like ADHD. So they actually have a protocol in it for ADHD. So this is a really great like non-medication way of being able to deal with that, because there's some people that have allergies or they're too sensitive to medications, they can't take them, but I'm sure even along with medications it would be great. So it helps like increase all the feel-good neurotransmitters, It helps balance it improves your brain health, helps your brain run more efficiently, helps, just every aspect of your brain health. So I'm really excited about it, and I'm hoping this is like the thing that I need, like this extra, just going through this period of, what I'm going through, and we'll see how it goes. And I will post updates about this on the channel. So if you want to stay up to date on my progress with it, do subscribe to the channel. Also, feel free to ask questions in the comments if you have questions. Now, also, this is a device that is used in therapy clinics. So there are some therapists that use it. So that's another way in your area you could try to find. It's usually going to be the type of therapists that specialize in trauma therapies. So you could do some research to see if it's something you can try in an office. Now, the cost of the device, the pro version, which is what she sent me home with to rent, is actually I think it's $1,000, but they have like cheaper ones. I think she said like that work for most people, like that are $500 or $600. So they do have a more affordable option for people that can't afford, $1,000 up front on something like this. So that's the update I wanted to share with you. I will come back with more videos to tell you how that is going, and feel free to ask questions, and I will talk to you soon.